I can't stand talking about national news, okay? Primarily because it gets very repetitive and redundant. And I have an amazing amount of respect for the likes of a Tim Pool or Sticks Hexenhammer that, cover just everything, every little bit, every little piece, every little detail, because ultimately it's gonna count for nothing. But hey, it is what it is. And this week, Nancy Pelosi was in New Jersey, so gives us an opportunity to break it down and just. It's all nonsense. It really is. This is coming to us from Insider New Jersey. Pelosi tells New Jersey Dems, "We do place ourselves in a time of urgency." A statement of which I cannot agree more with, because you are the ones that put yourself in this position, okay? You sat there, pushed Hillary Clinton down everyone's throat, and now we have President Trump. And instead of being, smart or cunning about any of this, the blue team has let Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez run the party run the party direction completely to Looneyville. But yeah, let's go. This is written by Max Pizarro. Good job, bro. Friend of the channel. So, Democratic Party activist Priscilla Garces and her mother of Newark. Neither really. Wait, which one's the mom and which one's the daughter? I think it's the daughter on the left. I'm not sure. Or daughter on the right. I can't tell. Were in attendance at Pelosi's speech. The presence of Speaker Nancy Pelosi on the premises at the end of the week when she announced an impeachment inquiry into President Donald J. Trump delivered a national news nugget on the doorstep of Harrah's in time for the convention of Democratic State Party Chairman John Kerry's annual conference. New Jersey was suddenly nationally relevant. Not any more so than before. It's just that's just where she made her announcement. But I want you guys to remember, it's an inquiry. It's not actually impeachment. And the basis of which the basis of which the impeachment is coming up off of is has already been proven debunked. They've released the transcripts, and President Trump didn't say anything uncouth. So it's just more distracting, more jangling keys. That's it. I mean, think about it. We've had his taxes. We've had Russia. We've had, porn stars. Like, in every single time, this is going to be it. This is going to be it. Now, all these crimes. What crimes? Well, I know I don't. Please explain to me the crimes that he's committed. Well, the foreign people. Well, they come to find out that's not what it was. You had the Mueller report. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, Ms. Pelosi, you no longer control this party. I hope you know that. The insane the real far left have just taken it and run. The socialist and the feminist and all of these other ideologies that you guys have allowed to just completely manhandle the national conversation in opposition to Trump, because you guys really, it seems, don't have any type of counter argument or counter policy to present. I mean, the reason that the Dems took the House, if memory serves me correctly, is because a lot of them ran on healthcare. Yet there's no healthcare bills being even presented or passed through the House. You pass anything through the House right now. So, I mean, shoot, just fart something out and pass it through the House. You try to get that, you pass that Equality Act. Come on, man. Seriously, like, do things that legitimately help the American people. All we've gotten from you guys for the past 3 years has been impeachment, 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 impeachment. And I will say that when President Trump was in office, we're going to obstruct, we're going to obstruct, we're going to obstruct. It was the Republicans' line, but you guys have taken it just way, you guys, it's just an escalation. There's no de-escalation, just more and more escalation of rhetoric and not doing a damn thing to further the quality of life for average everyday Americans. And honestly, when it comes to the national stuff, one of the reasons I focus so heavily in New Jersey and on the state level is because it's more the state and the local levels jobs to ensure the better quality of life. But, shoot, if you want to sit here and distract us with this nonsense, I'll be a huckleberry. Pelosi walked out to a hero's welcome above a crowd that didn't include the big shot party chairs from a night earlier. Oh, and a big reason is because that's the national establishment. We have a civil war taking place right now here in New Jersey between the local establishment and the, like, state establishment and the national establishment. So not everybody really feeling it like that. On that day, Constitution Day, we learned of that conversation that completely dishonored the Constitution, she said. None of us came to Congress to impeach a president. We came to work for working families. Oh my God! Okay? So you were already in Congress. Many of you guys have been sitting there for decades at this point. So don't, like, I mean, if impeachment's on the agenda, then that's the party line, and that's what you're gonna run with. You're there to do whatever it is to distract regular working families and working Americans from the fact that you're not doing anything to further their lives. She thanked Governor Phil Murphy and made a point to celebrate him and the state legislature for their performance as New Jersey's leader. Which, trust me, not everybody's agreeing with. I got another video I'm going to do on the wall. Moments later, turning to the impeachment question, Pelosi was grave. When the Constitution was adopted, Ben Franklin came out of Independence Hall and was asked, "Mr. Franklin, do we have a monarchy or a republic?" "A republic," he said, "if we can keep it. Not that we place ourselves in the same vein of greatness as the founders," Pelosi said, "but we do place ourselves in a time of urgency to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States," the speaker said. But that's not your goal. I mean, let's be real. Like, Pelosi is, how do I put it? Like, she doesn't want to piss off the far left boisterous side of the Democrats, but at the same, and so thusly she placates the impeachment stuff. But she knows, she has to know exactly how far the trough, the party as a whole, at least as far as national thought or national impression has fallen. But okay. The upcoming election is important, she added. 2020, presumably. Yes. What is America? We are a nation of immigrants, that which they denigrate. We are a nation of people, okay? Like, let's be real, because at this point, America is hundreds of years old. There are Americans that see that as, like we're not a nation of immigrants, we're a nation of Americans. Immigrants can come here and become American, but at the end of the day, we are a nation of Americans, damn it. And when you sit there and say that, you act like, oh, everybody came here of their own free will. All right, so just dead that nonsense. We are a nation of Americans, and each and every one of us can work together to make this country an amazing place. You don't want to do that, though, particularly because you're butthurt over the fact that your scheme to get HRC into office didn't work. Our values, which they undermine. So there is a great deal at stake in this election. The character of this nation in this election. Our character will always be what it was from its inception. You don't get to tell us what to do. You can't tell me what to do. That should be America's national motto. All right? You're not my dad. Like, you're not my dad, England. I'm not going to pay your taxes, bro. Like, seriously. It was a short speech. "Thank you, New Jersey," was the closer. Shortly before she spoke, U.S. Senator Cory Booker hopped on stage on the invitation of Curry. The junior senator running for president invoked the memory of Martin. Of course, he's going to invoke Martin Luther King. And they done ran that man's name into the mud, into the ground. "What will become of our dream and on our watch?" Booker wondered out loud, part of a truncated version of his stump speech from the campaign trail. Of course it is. Next up was Governor Phil Murphy, who, like Curry, had a pillar of fire presence about him, apparently eager to transfer the room and mood into sustained, palpable statewide politics. Ain't gonna happen because we don't know you. Like, they trying to say that there was 2,500 people that showed up to this convention, and this is the biggest number that they ever had. There are millions, and I'll say it again, millions of registered Democrats in the state of New Jersey. Yet you can pull out 2,500 people, and that's your record. That goes to show you that average, everyday, regular New Jerseyans more than likely didn't even know Pelosi was in the place, because that's not where the mind, or that's not where the Jersey mind is right now. The Jersey mind is in paying these taxes, paying these insane bills, and covering this ever increasing cost of living that the being such an establishment stronghold, such a democratic establishment stronghold, has really afforded New Jersey. And ridiculously expensive for what? Booker was supposed to introduce him, and he did. He did, sort of, just before an on-screen infomercial filled in the Murphy narrative in its own specifically non-self-associative, Murphy-friendly centric voice. Amid audience howls, Murphy threw an elbow at his predecessor, Republican Governor Chris Christie, who, trust me, it was no better. They said, oh yeah, Democratic State Committee Executive Director Tulupe Kevin Olasane emceed the entire event. No one knows you, bro. Like, he can't. He another one of those national cats that came out of nowhere. Like, you ain't from here, fam. You ain't Jersey, and that's why you only had 2,500 people there, because you're not Jersey. Like, a lot of this national shit is transplants and people that they're not born and bred. Instead of demonizing public school teachers, we are working with them, Murphy said. Christie, the governor said, also hollowed out New Jersey Transit. Now it's different, he argued. We are making new. Is it? You gave somebody. There's this guy that worked for Governor Murphy, right? Who he gave a job, and the job paid like $165,000 a year, and they upped it to $225,000 a year, and that money could have went damn near anywhere else. Over $150,000 a year is more than enough. But no. I gotta take care of those people. It's all about the plantation. It's all about, pay for play and all this other stuff, and political favors. That's all it is. And you sit here talking about, oh, no, it's different. No, it's not. It's the exact same shit. We are making New Jersey a national model, Murphy said. Really? Because, in Chicago, they have, I think Jersey City has a pilot program. They're doing this new bus system, as well as in Chicago. Like, you don't even spend money. Like, you just get your Metro card, and you tap it, and you keep it pushing. So, how? In what way, bro? Oh, what? You went out to India and got 1,200 jobs? Oh, thank you so much. That's going to be great. Oh, we're balling now. So, there it is. In fact, a hardly secret post-New Jersey aspiration there for a governor, for Murphy, or at least an immediate larger canvas, just like Christie, who ran for president in 2016. Predictably, Murphy pivoted to Trump. Predictably. Even Max P is like, yeah, of course he's going to sit there and cry about Trump and stuff like that, because you have nothing, real talk. Like, you can't go too deep into anything that you've accomplished, because all you've really accomplished is make the state lawless in many ways. He couldn't cut it in Atlantic City, Murphy said. America should have asked us about his deal-making skills. Ain't no us, man. You ain't Jersey, bruh. I don't care what the plantation tell you. You're not Jersey. Democrats are making New Jersey stronger and fairer. Bullshit. Added the Democratic governor at war with his own party. Nice little plug in there, Max P. Max ain't dumb. They're like, yeah, yo, right, you're not, like, y'all ain't as popping as y'all think y'all are. Jesus. And that's Sumter, right? Shavonda Sumter, who's one of those feminists. Like, she got that feminist NPC mod, and there they are again, just handing out all these awards for what? They're one of the most expensive states with one of the highest, poverty gaps. Man, miss me with this bullshit. And all they do is sit there. All they do is rub each other on the back and tell each other how great they are. That's it. As far as what gets taken care of for the people of New Jersey, man, they couldn't give less of a shit. But either ways, that's it for this video. We're gonna bring this one to an end. All the energy stuff, not all the Jersey stuff, all the internet stuff. Like it if you liked it. Dislike it if you dislike it. I'm not scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute didn't they don't like me like that. So, man, we out here on the grind. Do it just dolo. Do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? Say it with your chest. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments. Would you have gone if you knew this was a thing? Because I'm pretty sure not a lot of people outside of the plantation knew that this was jumping off. And if you had the opportunity to speak to Nancy Pelosi, exactly what would you say to her? I find that very interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until the next one.